I was very careless. So when people complain now, Papa, I sent you a message, you didn't reply. They don't know why. I've learned. That's why I fold my hand. Whatever you are doing, oh, this one is happening. No, hey, many of them are not communicating. They are gathering conversations against you.
I actually sit down and read your comments. I enjoy reading the comments.
Apostle Johnson Suleiman has been on the media about an alleged scandal. Have I been on any side on this issue? If you have been watching me from the beginning of this particular saga, I have never been on any side. But today in the video you're about to watch right now, I'm going to be proving to you that the video, or would I say the audio released by Mike David, was actually doctored. Listen, what makes Being Real George different from any blogger, content creator or whatever is that I don't care about who is the first to upload a video or who is the first to talk about a particular thing. I take my time to do things. Creating content is my job. So as you can see right now, this video is quite long, but it is very, very detailed because I'm going to be taking you right into my computer so you get to see how this audio was doctored. Thanks so much that Apostle Johnson Suleiman, in all of humility, agreed that he was the one that said those words. Yes, he said it to a lady. But we are going to be talking about that at the end of this video. So what you're about to watch now is very detailed. It might look a little bit technical, but if you listen to me attentively, there will be no soundtrack, just like you had a soundtrack in the audio released by Punch newspaper, because that is what is circulating around. When you add soundtrack, like you see in my previous videos, to a particular audio or something, yes, it's just to keep the person that is listening in a particular mood. But if you don't have a soundtrack, you listen to that particular audio raw. So right now, even though we have a soundtrack in what Mike Davis released, this analysis is going to open your eyes a whole lot to something that I think it's really, really amazing. And wait for me at the end of this video because I have something really important to tell you, especially those of you that are members of Omega Fire Ministries.
Daddy, thank you. See, I just came to tell you that prayer starts soon. Come and pray.
Now the voice you're listening to at the moment is my voice, okay? So I guess you can know my voice, so no one can doctor my voice. Now listen very attentively as I get to analyze this for you. So now this here, over here, is where we have the clip that is released by Mike Davids. So over here is the clip released by Mike Davids, and then from here is a clip, or would I say the audio released by Apostle Johnson Suleiman. But while we go on with this analysis to prove to you that this was actually doctored by Mike, okay, remember as we started from the beginning, I kept telling you guys from the onset that I'm not on any side. That's the only way I can be objective about what I'm saying, because let's say I am on the side of Mike, I wouldn't be doing what I'm doing right now because I wouldn't want to look like, okay, I am speaking for this person or that person. I don't know if you understand what I'm saying, so let's get straight to it. The point you see here, the dark points you see right here, are the parts that was cut out by Mike or whoever did it for him. Now I will explain. So take a close look at this right now as you get to see it. Now let me get to show you the correlation. So this one is this one, this one is this one, this other one here is this one. I took my time to do this. This one here is this one, and then this small one here, you die prematurely, is this one, and then this one here is also this one. Okay, let me get to show that to you. Okay, so first of all, you have heard the audio before, but just for us to be very detailed and clear about this, just listen to the main audio first, and then you get to see this one too on this side, so we have an understanding. Okay, so listen to it right now. I'm playing it.
I avoided you because of the way you talk. But it's clear to me now that you are possessed with a demon. The same thing that makes me avoid you, keep repeating them. You will die premature. God will punish you. Whatever you're looking for in this life, you will not get it. I stepped aside now to make this call. God, you will die untimely death. From the day I noticed you don't know how to talk, I stopped talking to you. It's like you didn't notice. I was free. I was chatting. From the day I noticed your mind, you don't know how to talk. When I noticed it, I said, because I'm very temperamental. My temper is not good. That's what I'm telling you tonight. I'll make you disappear.
Disappear as how, sir?
You are a bastard. Stay off my...
Okay, now, so you've heard that very clear. I am a video editor, and this is something I'm actually very used to. There's something we call jump cuts, okay? When I hear a jump cut, I know. Like right now as I'm talking, you can hear me talk out and then I breathe in and breathe out, okay? So normal conversations, you talk to a particular point, you breathe in and you breathe out. That is why I got to say that this was doctored. So listen attentively as I get to show you the things I'll be showing you right now, because Apostle Johnson Suleiman will not just graduate from being this calm here.
That you are possessed with a demon. The same thing that makes me avoid you, keep repeating them. You will die premature.
Okay, so now look at how he just graduated from here, from this point right here now, to this particular point. It is not normal that you're talking from like, okay, a very normal tone of voice, and then you just feel all the, without anything, you just graduate to, you will die premature, okay? Now, I'm going to be showing you how this was well doctored. The person that did this maybe didn't really realize that there are people like me that can actually dig deeper. Okay, so let me show you how this was doctored. So now listen very attentively to here, this particular point here. Now listen here.
The same thing that makes me avoid you, keep repeating them.
Okay, now listen at this part.
The thing that makes me avoid you, keep repeating them. The besties you gave me, if you don't provide them, God will punish you. If you don't provide the besties that you gave me, you will die premature.
Now, do you see how this particular point now connects with each other? Look at this.
If you don't provide the besties that you gave me, you will die premature.
I'm going to be showing you the breathe in, breathe out point as we go on over this other side, okay? Now, look, does this even sound okay?
That makes me avoid you, keep repeating them. You will die premature.
Okay, so even from here now, from my own headset, I could hear a glitch over here.
You will die.
Okay, so that glitch could be a point whereby the person that was editing this kind of like paused or something. I think you should actually listen with this or listen to this particular analysis with your earpiece on. You will hear the detail of what I'm saying, okay? Now let's go on. So that's the first part. Okay, let me now go on to the second part so you get to see what I'm talking about. Now listen to this place right now.
God will punish you. Whatever you're looking for in this life, you will not get it.
Okay, now listen here. Listen very well. You will hear that breathe out and then breathe in, because if you want to talk, you have to breathe out, gather your energy in, and then you talk again. Now listen to this point very attentively to show you that this is actually the original that was doctored over here. Listen again.
You will not get it.
You see, you will not get it, and then you will not get it. You will not get it. Listen again.
You will not get it.
You see, you will not get it. Now listen over here. Listen over here.
God will punish you. Whatever you're looking for in this life, you will not get it. I stepped aside.
Okay, you see, it is not possible that can actually go that smooth. This actually here, at this point here, is the original dialogue because of that natural flow of conversation. You breathe in and you breathe out. This particular point here is well doctored. This was actually a jump cut because you can't just move from here. Listen again, because this is even becoming funny for me.
Whatever you're looking for in this life, you will not get it. I stepped aside.
See, whatever you're looking for in this life, you will not get it. And then but here is very original. I'm going deep into this because you are seeing it from the software. If you notice the sound wave, this audio right now are not. Some people say that Apostle Suleiman had to maybe record a different audio. It is not possible that he can record another audio again to match this one. It is not possible, because if you look at the sound waves right here, they all match. Look at it here. This sound wave, this sound wave, this sound wave matches this sound wave, this sound wave, this sound wave. The same movement, everything matches. Okay, so this is exactly the same audio. If anyone removed anything from this audio, maybe two of them removed something from the audio, but I believe this is the original one. Okay, listen here again, because I have to emphasize on this point. All right, because this is actually a natural conversation.
In this life, you will not get it. The best.
You see that breathe in, okay? Again.
In this life, you will not get it.
Okay, so this part now was being cut away, which is not what you find here. It's not possible for this to happen.
This life, you will not get it. I stepped aside now to.
Okay, so what happened was that this tide had to be, he cut out this particular part and then started from here.
I stepped aside now to make this call.
So this place was actually a natural, is very, very natural. So I don't know, the person that did this is very professional, but I think not as professional as I am. So let's go on with this so you get to see. So here and here are exactly the same, no stress at all, because if you see the flow of conversation or talk from here to here, you can actually get to understand what I'm saying. Sorry, I'm at work, so you might be hearing some noise in the background. Okay, so let's go on. So if you look at here, look at this place right now.
You don't know how to talk. When I know.
You see, there is a jump cut here. I cut it here myself so that I get to separate it, so you get to see the original and the fake one. Okay, my voice is even changing, but even as I'm talking, you can hear me breathe in and breathe out. Okay, so listen here, it doesn't sound natural.
You don't know how to talk. When I know.
You see, there was a jump cut over there. Now look at the original itself.
You don't know how to talk. You
see, so do you hear the breathing here again? You don't know how to talk. He breathed in and then breathed out again. Very, very important. He breathed in and then breathed out again. Very, very important. I'm taking my time to do this so that those of you that want to share this video, you can share it to vindicate your papa. But I'm doing this, like I said from onset, I'm not on any one side, okay? But I know from my belief, Apostle Johnson Suleiman knew that this was coming. If you watch my previous video where he was talking about, people using recording conversations to use against you and all that, he knew this was coming. My suspicion is that maybe this girl, who would still, I believe, would still be alive, actually might have been trying to use this to blackmail him or something, but since he can't get to him, he's now trying to use Mike Davids. I'm not trying to say this in agreement to what he said, that Mike Davids is a blackmail. I'm not doing that, okay? I'm only an analyst. I'm just analyzing the things that are there on social media so you get to see deeper. So listen to this place again.
You don't know how to talk. You know what is.
See, so he breathed in. It's not possible that this particular one here can be doctored. It is not possible that this point here can be doctored. It's not possible. But this particular point right here was well doctored. Okay.
Don't know how to talk. When I know.
Okay, so let's go on. All right, let's go on. So this particular part here is the same thing, exactly the same thing. If we play it together here.
When I notice it, because I'm very temperamental. My temper is not good.
Okay, so it's the same thing here, right?
I notice it because I'm very temperamental. My temper is not good.
Don't mind the soundtrack that Punch newspaper added right here. At least Apostle Johnson Suleiman didn't deny the fact that it is actually his voice. That is a good thing, okay? So let's go on. You see, this part here was actually cut out. This whole part was cut out. I think he was smart enough, or anyone that helped him with this was smart enough to cut out this part. But let's listen to what this part.
So I'm working on it. So anybody that would make me react, I avoid the person. That is how I work on my temper. And I will tell you, stop this talk. You will repeat it. The best you gave me, if you don't provide them, you will die. That's what I'm telling you tonight.
Okay, so you see how it is very, very natural that it flows here. You would die, and that's what I'm telling you tonight. Then listen to this particular part. Listen to this part.
Temper is not good. That's what I'm telling you tonight.
You see, so there is a clean cut. There's a clean cut. The cut here, the space you have right here, if you can see, it's exactly the space that has been taken over by this cut I have here, just to show you where the cut was from. Okay, but the main thing is actually listening and following the natural, how someone would talk naturally. Like I've just finished talking now, I had to breathe in and then talk again. Okay, because we talk with our breath. Okay, so now this is the last part, which was this part was cut out neatly.
I'm a very dangerous person. Just be careful. I've warned you. You will talk something. I say, shut up. This talk to make me vex. You will repeat it. You will repeat it.
So I think maybe he had to cut out this part because this part would also, if he had added this part to the main audio, it will, it sounds good that he's saying that, oh, he knows he's temperamental, he's working on it, that kind of thing. So I think he was smart. Now listen to the part of the response, because I think when he doctored this particular original audio, he didn't do it very smart. this is very natural. The response of a lady here, it is very, very natural. Listen.
It's me, oh. You don't do that with men. I'll make you disappear. Don't do that with me.
Disappear.
Good. Now, see. If you're having a conversation with someone and you hear something like, is kind of like funny or something, you get what I mean? You ask immediately. You don't have to kind of pause and then ask. It flows with the conversation, and then the person picks you up on what you were saying. Now, this flows very natural. Listen, guys, I'm not paid to do this. I'm just telling you for a fact.
I'll make you disappear. Don't do that with me.
Disappear.
I will want to step right.
You see? So it is her saying disappear as in how. That is the point that made Apostle Suleiman angry. You see, when she said that, he paused. If you're talking to someone and all of a sudden the person now talks at the same time, you would want to pause so that what the person says would sink into your brain. This sounds very natural.
Make you disappear. Don't do that with me.
Disappear.
I will want to step right.
You see, you see the way he went low, like the way. Listen again.
Disappear. Don't do that with me.
Disappear.
I will want to step right.
Just like you are talking to me right now, you say, "Oh, you're mad, you're crazy, you're stupid." I'm like, and I'm like, you say, that kind of thing. Okay, so he went from high to low because he heard something, and then what did he reply?
Step right. Like a bastard. Stop.
Now look at the one that Mike doctored.
I'm telling you tonight. I'll make you disappear.
Disappear as how, sir?
This is very, very, very much doctored, okay? Because it's not like how a conversation, even the way the sound is. Listen, I'm a video editor. This is what I do every day, okay? I see my computer as it is. I use Movavi, I use Final Cut Pro, I use Premiere Pro, I use After Effects. I know how these things work. I even use... This is my skill before you right now, explaining these things to you. I don't know if the police themselves doing investigations can do it this way, but I'm just telling you for a fact that this is actually doctored. Here it doesn't sound natural.
Disappear as how, sir?
Like a bastard.
You see? You get what I mean? So it's not normal that Apostle Suleiman would just pause and wait for him to say disappear as in how, sir. This particular point here of him pausing because of what he heard, even the way it went, was actually, really, really true.
I believe I have been very, very clear enough in that particular exposition. I took you straight into my computer. You saw everything the way it is. Now, I want you to think about this. Remember, I am not on any side on this. I'm just a content creator that likes to be real about anything, everything, when it comes to the content I create. When I made the video before now, I told you guys that Apostle Johnson Suleiman is a preacher I have always followed since I was back in the university days. I actually had my first degree in Ghana, so I know how he speaks. So when I made the video to prove the fact that he actually said those words, before some people were already saying that is not Papa's voice, that's not Papa's voice, like your Papa, those who know me know that I'm not in the whole daddy mommy thing in Christianity. I'm just a believer that believes in the word of God and I grow with it. So if you're watching me right now, Apostle Johnson Suleiman, I believe this is enough proof that what he said is true. But what I want to know, okay, if you're watching me right now, is I am of the opinion, like I said in the video, that you saw this coming. And based on the messages, your messages that you gave during the ongoing 40 days prayer and fasting, I could psychologically know that you saw this coming. That girl or that lady you were talking to has to be available, like she has to be known to people, because this person is working with Mike Davis on this particular issue. So here I can categorically say that Mike Davis has casted here. But this is not the end of the whole thing. This is not the end, because Faith Edeko still has an implication right here. Mike has implicated her that she has something to do with Johnson Suleiman. So Mike, if you're watching me right now, the only way this casting, because right now you don't cast, okay? Say you go manipulate one, finish your ga. But this is a family affair. That's why you see, in a family affair like this, you don't expect me to come and say, I'm standing for this one, I'm standing for this one. All of them, they know themselves, okay? What I just do as a content creator is use the same information you have out there on social media, bring them all together and try to make sense out of it. So I wear my my uniform today. Now because I don't say what I talk this serious. So when I get to wear this like this, know that it's a different thing altogether. Mike, go and do a DNA like you said with your kids. prove to us that those kids are not yours. If any of those kids is not yours, maybe whatever you said about your wife or your previous wife stands, and maybe we could still believe the fact that there is a particular escapade between Johnson Suleiman and your wife. Now you have to also note this, that the question I asked last time in the previous videos I've made about this, if you haven't watched them, was Mike saying that he himself he introduced Faith to Apostle Johnson Suleiman, and Faith saying that she knew Apostle Johnson Suleiman since she was 13. Apostle Johnson Suleiman has verified it from his recent video that he raised her up. So I think that is actually clear right now at the moment. But tell me what you think in the comment section. If any of you should curse me in the comment section, I'll block you. Nobody is above blocking. But what I mean by blocking, I'll hide it from the channel, so you can comment from today till tomorrow. Nobody will see your comment. That's what I mean by blocking, okay? But if you like this video, be sure to share it out there so that others can get to see it. That is what is really important. Others can get to see it and know this is how the whole thing happened. Thanks for watching. If you haven't subscribed to the channel, be sure to do so. My name is Being Real George. I like to keep it real and nothing is scripted. Some people just call me the analyst. I call myself the eye because I see everything. See you guys later.
What is marital status? Marital status, it is when you are married, you have to go and you check your marital status, yes, HIV, and the other diseases.